Hello viewers, Super GT here, back with some more banter in Forza 6. Off the line we go, we're driving the Nissan Silvia 2000. It's Rio, it's A-Class, it's Carnage. Into the first turn, Caterham already round. Well done to him. Now into the first proper corner. Can we avoid the rest of the carnage? Well, there's one guy tapping me and there's the other guy just going to tap me round, and I just could not quite keep control of my car, which was really annoying, very frustrating. So I go from about 5th down to 10th, and now it's a catch-up game. Caterham's round again. I don't know what the hell he is doing. Spent most of the time backwards during this race. So now we're going into the chicane section. This is the coastal loop version. Smoke screen has been deployed by the car ahead, so none of us can see what we're doing. That guy's just into the tyre wall. Goodbye to him. Up the inside of this guy into 7th. Mustang lagging out all over the place, and we are coming round the final corner, just going in very narrow there. That corner is very deceiving. I actually go in way too early into that corner a lot of times, almost collecting the tyre wall and ending my life, but not quite. Into my favourite position, but then the Mustang's going to come back and try to take it back. He's going to go fighting around the outside of the BMW. I'm up the inside on a nice double pass. Give him the room on the inside. He gives me the room on the outside. Very good driving from the pair of us. I'm through into 5th. So it's just the coastal loop track here. Very short track indeed. As I come up to the back of, I think it's the Corvette Stingray, one of them. And coming through the hairpin, I've got the run on him and go to the inside line to try to take 4th place, as I have done there. So this car, tuned by Wax N22, I'll put the name in the description as well. It seems to be a decent car. I saw GTZ Lucifer use this. I'm pretty sure I saw him use it once. I thought I'll give it a go, and it turns out to be not too bad. So we managed to catch up with this Honda S2000 towards the end of the race. This is lap 5. So we only have one lap remaining once we cross the line in just a moment. So round the final corner, rounding the final corner, into the 6th lap of 6, we enter the long left-hander. Now the Honda S2000 seemed to have slightly slow top speed, but it's not really a track for top speed at all, so I can't really maximise my top speed, especially through these tight and twisty sections. I'm just going to have to try and keep as close as I can and hope for a move into the chicane or the hairpin and see if he makes a mistake. He's turning in here. We threw very nicely and I go for the move, get on the brakes a little late. We make contact and I can't quite get the drive on the exit. He's going to just about take the position. His car has slightly better acceleration than mine, so he is going to come through to claim 3rd, is he? Or am I going to just get it on the line? Not quite. Claiming 4th place in the end, which I'm fairly pleased about, after getting double tapped around on the first corner. Not too bad a result. Now if anyone noticed the text I put in during that race, please put it in the comments below. It was very quick. So during my videos I like to put flashing up of text. In this one there was a very quick text message that appeared near the start of the video. If anyone can get it, then well done to you. So we move on to the second race. And this one is going to turn out to be a brilliant duel between myself and GTZ Lucifer, who's on my left hand side there. Don't know why I went into him there, just steered into him for some unbeknown reason, but he survived in his beastly Nissan GTR. So we're driving around Watkins Glen, the NASCAR version I believe, so we're not going to take the chicane on this back straight. Now my car doesn't quite have the top end speed. Now this guy's Honda S2000 is quite a lot quicker than the one in the previous race. So he's going to drive away from me, taking 3rd place into the long right at the end of the straight. This car is actually very nice on the brakes, and it feels rooted through the corners, so I'm fairly confident of my my positioning and driving through the corners. I don't have to really worry about the oversteer on the exit. As you can see here, very planted, very nicely done. I'm actually gaining on the S2000. That kind of just shows how good this car, or this tune, is around the bends. Now this is the hardest corner on the track in my opinion, because the car just always wants to oversteer on the exit, so it's really quite hard to get that one done properly. S2000's got the drive against the GTR, so he's through into 2nd, and now it's my turn to try and line up GTZ Lucifer to try and get a pass done, to try to get on the podium as it would stand. So this race is a 3-lapper, and it reminds me of the race I did in one of my previous open lobbies. I think it was one of the first ones I did. I had a very good race between myself in the Noble and someone else in the Dodge Viper, I believe it was, and we were just chopping and changing places constantly. And it's going to be a repeat here, as Lucifer's going to go slightly wide through the final turn. I'm going to take a better line and get a better drive on the exit. So we're going to cross the line at the end of lap 1. I can see his arrow going over to the right hand side. There he is, Nissan GTR appearing on the right hand side of the screen. I got a little bit too late into turn 1. Just about keep the line though, managed to keep on the circuit on the exit. So coming into the S's, this one can be done flat out if you get the line correct, as we have done here. So it looks like the first two guys are very quick, and it's going to be very tricky to try and keep up with them, especially if we're going to keep on battling like we are. So going up the back straight, the Silvia just does not have the straight line capability of the GTR, so he's just going to go past me with that extra 20 or 30 miles per hour and into the right hand at the end of the straight. Turn 4, you can see here just catching up through the corner, so my car seems to have better cornering characteristics, so it's turning into a very sweet little race here, if I may say so myself. It's always good to have a race with, you know, a decent driver and not just a total noob who will ram you off. GTZ Lucifer, one of the very best drivers in the game, and I actually see him online a lot, playing online all the time, so he's very experienced indeed. So it looks like he doesn't quite have the traction coming off the bends, and that is going to just put him on the back foot going on to each straight. In this occasion he is just able to eventually unwind the GTR's power and get back ahead into that turn. As you can see, I'm very close, just waiting to pounce on any mistake, taking a later apex than he does there. Give me a better run through there, just trying to keep up with him on the exit of the corners, because I know that he has got better acceleration, so I can adapt my line, take a slightly wider entry in to get a better exit out to keep up with him on the exit. So you can see here it's a repeat of the lap before. He's going to go slightly wide through the final turn, and I'm going to go through into third once again, but then as happened a lap ago, he's going to have the line. I'm not going to fight it around the outside because it's a battle I won't win there, so I'm just going to tuck in into third. So let's see what we can do here. 4th place, and is still very much open for 3rd place. 1st and 2nd are absolutely gone. That Honda S2000 of guy in 1st, I don't know what car he's driving, but they just have that edge over us two here. Now this race isn't completely between us two either, because the guy in 5th isn't too far away. Crankman is not too far away there in 5th place, so we can't get complacent here. We have to be very careful that we don't battle too much and fall into the clutches of the guy behind, because that is known to happen. Into the left-hander, using the drain on the right-hand side as my braking reference, waiting to see the curb on the exit before accelerating and taking a nice exit. In this one, looking for the 200-meter marker board on the left-hand side, braking just after that, and then getting a decent line on the lighter coloured tarmac. And again, I was just taking a tighter exit just to make sure I didn't go into the back of him, because I know he's having traction issues. Not quite able to capitalise this time, so just a couple of more corners left to go. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get past here unless he makes a mistake. So slightly slow again on traction. I could go for a lunge, but he's going to block, so I'm not going to go forcing my way up the inside. And then through here on the exit, he's just going to go on the accelerator a little bit too early, and that's going to give me the opening to go through into 3rd place. It looks like I can just hold him off here for 2 more corners. These corners weren't at his strong point in the previous 2 laps, and you might even lose 4th place if he's not careful. Through the final corner, hooking up with the apex very nicely, and we are going to come through to claim 3rd place, which was a very satisfying result. It was a very good race in the end, and it's always really good just to have an honest and open battle with another quick driver. So it was Honda NSX in the lead there, winning by a couple of seconds. So those 2 guys in the lead, very quick indeed as well. So that is going to bring a close to this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the race. It was just good to have an open and honest race where both drivers were very respectful. So hit that like button if you did like the video, guys. Subscribe for more of the same, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.